and Navin. Wanted to invite Caroline back to be able to introduce a guest speaker that's been able to join us. Um, Caroline, if you're still on.
Yes, I'm grateful that we were able to have folks from United Way, as busy as they are, at the 211 program, to come and speak. Brittany, are you here now?
I am here.
Wonderful. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you for having me. Good morning. I just wanted to share information around NC211. So NC211 is an information and referral available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and 365 days a year. We are part of the state emergency response team. So on September 27th, we were activated. We've been activated since then. Since the hurricane, we've had over 30,000 calls presented to 211. It's been about 14,500 related to the disaster and about 15,600 just general 211 calls. Part of that increase for the disaster was around some search and rescue efforts that we were partnering with DPS to divert calls from overloading the 911 system. So folks were calling 211 to request a welfare check for individuals. We also did that through text messaging. So together between the phone calls and the text messaging, there were about almost 16,000 welfare checks entered into the search and rescue system in partnership with the state emergency response team and some community volunteers. We know that the majority of needs were coming out of Buncombe County, with Henderson being the next county requesting, or where most of the calls were coming from, followed by Yancey and then Haywood. And then we could break that down from there. We received calls from 43 different states. Those were the calls that were looking to do welfare checks, and from 92 of the counties in North Carolina. The greatest needs is really around shelter. So of course, in those first few days, it was emergency shelter, but now it's some of the long-term shelter, rent assistance, mortgage assistance, especially for folks that didn't have insurance, and specifically flood insurance, which most of the folks in the mountains did not have flood insurance. And so that's been an area that we've been really focusing on, what happens when their homes were damaged or potentially not there anymore, but yet they still have a mortgage and no insurance for relief there. Post-disaster cleanup has also been an area where we've made a lot of referrals, had a lot of requests for, and then knowing where to go for food and water, particularly clean drinking water. Our average wait time has been about 3 minutes and 26 seconds throughout the disaster. That's something that we worked really hard on, making sure that we could get to the calls as quickly as possible. We utilized some additional support from across the country to ensure that we had support for that. And then a lot of the unmet needs that we're seeing, again, it sort of shifts back to that sheltering piece. We were able to partner with Airbnb. We issued about 540 Airbnb credits, but now it's really transitioning into more of that long-term, where folks going to go either while their homes are being repaired or while they're trying to rebuild. So that's what we're seeing from a 211 perspective.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I was going to say, if you want to, if there's a link or anything you want to refer people to, I did put the one from emergency management in the chat earlier. But if there's any others, please don't hesitate to share it with folks so that they have the resources that y'all provide.
Okay, perfect. Happy to do that. And again, folks can go on the web and find those resources, or they can call 211 24 hours a day. All of the services are now out of our Cary office. So we have real live folks that answer the phones and help walk through any of the needs that our callers are calling for.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you joining it. I know you're in the middle of a conference, and so we really appreciate you stopping to join us
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. Have a great day.
too. Jason, back to you.
I appreciate it. And Ms. Fletcher, again, thank you very much. One of the things that we just wanted to highlight as well is that we understand that many of our subrecipients that we currently serve, as well as those that may be wanting to apply for applications, may have been affected by what has transpired out towards our western counties. And the GCC all understands that there's a lot going on and that there has been some challenges. And so we do know, and we are working with subrecipients currently to try to make sure that we allow for time to turn things in and that we assist them as much as possible in being able to create applications and provide for whatever the needs may be so that we can ensure these applications can still get submitted. So very much appreciate the presentation. Thank you.
Absolutely. I will say we do manage the Governor's Disaster Relief Fund. And so I just put the link in there to our United Way website. And for anyone that hasn't already applied, nonprofits that are providing services to Western North Carolina can apply for up to $10,000 through the North Carolina Disaster Relief Fund. It does take a little bit of time to turn around because we're battling with the AI chatbots. So you'll notice some security questions in there that may seem a little unusual, like what state are we in? And your answer has to be very specific. That's because we've just had the AI chatbots filling out random applications for us. So we're trying to minimize that. But again, the link is on our website. It's a pretty simple application. We tried to keep it as simple as possible because we know getting the funds in the hands of the nonprofits is our priority right now. So anyone that hasn't applied for, like I said, it's up to $10,000. They're welcome to take a look at our website and follow the link there to the application page.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So we'll take a